So this is the block lab. We're going to call these block wars. And I'm just kind of showing you how you set up this lab. So first of all, we have a whiteboard, and there's a meter stick behind the whiteboard. So I'm going to lift the whiteboard, angle it at the 50 meter mark of the meter stick, okay? So look at the ruler, look at the meter stick, make sure you are on centimeter side, make sure the 0 is at the bottom, and the 100, you see the 99 up at the top, okay? So make sure you have your meter stick set up the right way. Somebody is going to hold the board so that it is angled up at the 50 meter mark, okay? So you'll need, this is a group effort today. Okay, let's go get this. Down at the bottom, what you can see here is that I have a tape line where I'm lining up the blocks, and I have the blocks behind the tape, and they are lined up right in front of the tape, just like that. And I have a ruler nearby for measuring. I also have two different sized blocks, okay? I have a small block and I have a large block. You will be massing these blocks, okay? So mass is important here. So we're going to see how mass affects kinetic energy. So you want to make sure you mass these blocks. Okay. I'm only going to do one block at a time. That's because I'm one person and I can't hold the board and send two blocks down at the same time. Ideally, with more people in your group, you would let go of both blocks at the same time. The idea is that your block is going to go down the board and you want it to hit one of the blocks, okay? So it might take a few trials for that to occur. All right, so I've got my thing at 50. Make sure when you put your tape down that when you angle it at 50, you've left enough room for your blocks to make their way down the board and hit the block at the bottom. Okay? So you might have to adjust, and that's okay. All right, so I think that's right. Looks like it's going to hit that block, and if it does, awesome. That's a trial I can count. If it does not, then I'm going to have to do that trial again. Okay? All right, so I want to make sure that the edge of my block, the very back edge, is at the edge of the board. So I'm not starting down here. I'm not starting it up here. I'm not going to throw it down. I'm going to let the potential energy take it down. Okay? Success. I've hit the block. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the distance that that block moved. So I remember I moved it, or I had set it. That's the block that went down, so I can move that away. This is the block that got pushed. So I'm going to measure from this part of the tape to the front part of the block. All right? So you can see that. Okay. And I'm going to make sure I'm using centimeters, and I'm starting with 0. Okay? And I'm starting with the measurement from this side of the tape. And it moved 18 centimeters. So I would write that down in my data table. So the trial number 1 for the small block was 18 centimeters. I would do that 2 more times with the small block. Now I'm going to show you the bigger block. All right, that 50, again, I want to make sure that my block, let me get the camera so you can see this go down. All right, so I'm angling my board at 50. I want to make sure that I've measured it, or that I have put the edge of the block at the very top of the board, just like you saw with the little one. And I'm going to send this down. It looks like it's tilted in the video, but it's not. It is straight. Just the video is making it a little bit, looks like it's a little bit tilted, okay? All right, here we go. All right. There we have it. The large block, as you can see, moved that block that distance. So now I'm going to measure that. Okay? My ruler is not big enough to measure that. So I'm going to take the meter stick. Now I'm going to measure. Remember, I want to measure from the front part of the tape to the front part of the block. It is 56 centimeters. I would do the big block 3 more times. And then, of course, we would average our trials. All right, there you have it. Block Wars.